Oh,
Hey,
we actually have Dylan on right
him.
now.
Dylan
Dylan came on, and we appreciate that. He came on early, actually.
How you doing, guys?
It's on already.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Doing good, chilling.
What?
So we appreciate Dylan, the Mindless Hulk Budka, being on here. He has fought for the LFA on Fight Pass. And you've also B2 fighting. I watched a few of those, which we've had a couple guys that have gone on B2 before.
Everybody likes that company. They apparently do things right because everybody's like people from where I live will drive 6 hours to fight for B2.
Oh yeah, they take care of fighters.
Do they?
I was going to ask, do people from your team a lot of them try to fight at B2?
What is it?
I said a lot of guys on your team try to fight for them too.
Yeah, we send a lot of our guys B2 fighting series.
Very cool. Yeah, and some of the knockout or some of the fights I saw in there. Whoo, you're a beast, man. You're a beast, and I love it. I mean, as a man who trains in catch wrestling, I appreciate.
Stop.
We have a running bit now on this show. Anytime we have somebody on, I always will say, as a man who trains, just to piss Tim off. So
he's been training for a week and a half, and now pretends like he's better than everybody. Hey, I had a fight. You didn't. When you have a fight, you can say something.
Okay, I will. Next year,
there
bitch.
We go.
I want it to be you, but you playing. All right? You're all like, oh,
I'm too old now, man. I'm too old. I have to get like the MRI and shit. I have to fight senior class or whatever they call it now.
Masters. Yeah, probably.
Masters. Yeah.
Old
fuck.
Masters
old fuck
division.
Class is what they call it.
Where simple first thing, you're from Baltimore, right?
Yes, sir.
Where did you how old were you when you first started wrestling or martial arts?
I started wrestling my junior year of high school. Okay. I won a national title my second year of wrestling as a high schooler in Maryland. And
what were you doing before that? I'm sorry to cut you off.
I was playing football.
What were you doing before that? What?
Just playing football.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They taught me a blast double when I started taking everybody down.
Oh boy.
And then I started doing martial arts 2 years ago.
Nice. Very cool.
Holy crap, dude. You're not messing around, are you, man? Like
I'm trying to take over, man.
I'm gonna say you had like 9. Is this right? You had all 9 of your amateur fights. Wasn't 9 in a year or less than a year?
I had 9 MMA fights and 12 boxing bouts in 2021.
Damn, son, you put in work.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that might be as much as you could possibly do legally. I think. Like, I don't know if you could do any more than that.
Was that difficult to pull off during the pandemic?
Oh yeah. We had I did some freaky ass backyard fights in some of them too. So
where's the venue for today? Mike's garage.
Mike's garage. We got a webcam set up. We had to borrow Mike's daughter's webcam. Glitter on it anyway.
But so two years you've been training MMA. Wrestling since junior year, you said?
Yes, sir.
Were you a fan of MMA growing up? Did you like the sport? Were you like somebody who was like, I'd like to try this just because I wrestled and stuff like that?
When I wrestled at Notre Dame in college, when I got my scholarship, and I ran into a lot of fighters that would come in there and train, and seeing them do it all the time, I was like, fuck it, I'll try it, because all the wrestlers are taking over now.
Yeah, where's so people aren't confused. It's Notre Dame College, right? That's in, where is that?
That's in downtown. It's like 40 minutes from downtown Cleveland.
Okay, all right. Yeah, mm-hmm. So that's like
wait. So
Notre Dame University doesn't have a wrestling team, actually. Mm-hmm. What?
I did not know that. I thought it was the Indian. Yeah. That's awesome. I always go by that college all the time for work. So yeah, I pass that all the time, man.
And,
that's cool.
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. They have a really good wrestling program there. They taught me a lot.
I didn't know that. I knew they had a junior. I knew they had their football team was getting upstarted and stuff like that. I didn't know they had wrestling up there. That's dope to know.
Yeah, the year I was there, we were actually ranked number 1 in Division II.
Oh,
nice.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're grinders there. We get all the guys that could have went D1 but didn't have good enough grades.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot. Yeah. Same thing with junior colleges. A lot of junior college sports programs are nasty because a lot of the guys go there to make grades, and then they'll end up in the SEC or something. Are you in a bathroom right now, man? It looks like can you show us the glory hole? What is that? This is a truck stop bathroom.
I just got done practice a few minutes ago.
Okay.
We train at a few different spots in near Findlay, Ohio. But out here, we sat the mats out here today.
Nice.
Is that a bar?
So we travel around a little bit. My coach got a few locations.
Oh, nice.
Was that a bar? It looks like a bar.
Yeah, it's right next to a bar.
Nice. That's where I want to train. I want to train the place that has a bar in it.
My coach is a businessman.
Drink beers in between rounds.
So how long have you?
You know what? Sorry, go ahead, Ray. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I can't get off of how quickly you've been doing this. 2 years and you have a 4-1 professional record, and you're fighting for one of the bigger organizations in America, LFA, which is kind of like the AAA organization for like the big 3 organizations or whatever. But how did this happen so quickly? Have you just decided one day, you know what, this and nothing else?
Yeah, actually, when quarantine and everything happened, we all got kicked out of college and stuff because we couldn't be on campus anymore. So I was kind of like, all right, what am I going to do now? I went back to my hometown, and I was starting to do stupid shit I probably shouldn't have been doing. And then a fighter from the gym actually asked for my help to come train with him. And I ended up meeting my head coach, Gary Young, and then he asked me to move into the gym. And something in my head said, fuck it, and then did it. And now I'm here, so.
That's awesome.
That's so crazy for so many reasons. One, because of the pandemic, number one, but you're just talking about how weird that was. But also just being healthy. I know you're a young guy, but just the fact you could throw that many fights in, being healthy. Do you plan on trying to keep that pace? I know you haven't fought in a few months, but are you trying to fight as much as possible, as much as LFA will let you?
Oh, I've been begging for him to let me fight again. I start itching when I don't fight after a month since I fought so much as a amateur. When I first started as a pro, I had I had 2 fights within 13 days at one point. So I was like, okay, we're going to keep the same rhythm we did as an amateur, but LFA, they wants to spread it out to get good promotion and stuff. So I'm just waiting till the next one. Right now, we're looking for thank you, Johnny Smith. I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's an awesome
we just
thing.
I haven't announced it yet, but we're taking another fight January 13th for LFA against Wes Schultz.
Breaking news.
Nice.
Who is it?
Breaking news.
Who was his name?
His name is Wes Schultz.
Brett.
Wes Schultz. Nice. Let's look at this.
Looking him up right now. We're giving you inside info right now.
I'm looking him up.
Yes,
but
first thing came up was a guitar. Awesome.
He broke up a little bit. Timmy
broke up. He hasn't lost yet. He's about to, fam.
Oh yeah. I'm
break it up, man. Good.
What? How do you feel when you're in MMA or when you're in the cage? What do you feel way more comfortable now doing since you've had so many fights? Do you feel like your hands are a little bit more loose when you get it, like when you throw, or do you want to always try and go for like a power double leg?
All of my fights, I go in and I'm like, I'm gonna knock this guy out. And then I go in there and then my instincts take over and I take him down. But since LFA is giving me this big of a break that I am, it's been a blessing too to get me used to working on the things that I don't do in the cage that I can do at practice. So we've been training every day, putting myself in fighting scenarios so I can show the world other things I can do, because I got just as good as hands as I do wrestling. My hands might even be better than my wrestling. I just got to go in there and do it.
Hell yeah, man. And
it's really crazy.
Tim, what were you going to say?
You just started throwing. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm just going to say that it's just crazy to think you just started throwing punches 2 years ago. You have pro fighting tough guys at LFA. It's nuts. Yeah. Of course, you're going to wrestling first, but you can tell you definitely got some pop in your hands for sure. Go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say the one knockout I saw that you threw. It was actually what made me love you as like a fighter. You knocked out this guy who looked like a low rent Jorge Masvidal in like 10 seconds. And he got up and he was like, "What the?" You could tell he just like put his hands on the mat and went, "Fuck, I got knocked out, didn't I?" Like you cracked that motherfucker. Went over and went, "I want another fight." I'm like, this guy's awesome. Like this.
I actually fought a week before that fight at 185 for my pro debut, and then I accepted that fight. So we tried to do 3 in a row, but the commission finally said, "No, we're cutting it."
Dana, what the fuck are you doing? You're missing something here. You are missing something.
I'm right here. I'm ready.
Do it.
It's right there. Listen, you beat this next guy 3-0, especially if you finish him, they'll be looking, man. Are you just thinking, okay, next fight, that's the only thing, or do you think about your long-term goals?
I think about my long-term goals every day. I'm trying to make something better, something show more in each fight. And to catch the eye of somebody, I try to find and dig for the best guys I can go against so I can get to the top quicker and show that I'm able to compete with the best of the best. That's why in LFA I've went against the number 1 contender and then their top prospect coming up. The last 2 guys I went against, the records combined have been 8-1 or something, and they're all title contenders. And I beat both of them pretty easy in what I do. So I'm just trying to get the attention of people so I can get to the top part of the show that I want to be a part of.
Get to say you were the betting underdog in both those fights, right?
Yeah, I've been underdog all my fights.
That's awesome.
Tell you what, by then we're going to be able to bet in the state of Ohio, so I will put some money on Dylan to win his next fight. I feel like it's going to happen. He's going to win me some money.
Put it all on it. I got you.
Doing it. I'm doing it. He's got me. He said, absolutely. I believe him.
First round.
Get that
put
DraftKings money in.
Round.
First round. Woo.
First round.
Ooh. All right. I'll put.
Say that we'll probably do it. Screw it.
Yeah.
You can mark my words right now. If you don't finish in the first round, I'll pay all you guys back.
Ooh, all right. It's on video. It's on video.
But yeah, okay, it's on. I like the confidence, though.
I like the confidence. I like it. Would you ever consider a bare knuckle fight, Dylan?
Hey,
not until I'm old and about to retire, because they don't pay that
boy.
That's what you make your money.
I was hoping for that answer.
That I respect
when your knees can't shoot legs anymore.
Yeah, I can't shoot double legs to stop them.
That's where you go when you can't shoot anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you hoping for a call from UFC, or are you like there in Bellator or whoever who wants you, get you, what kind of thing?
I'm really looking to put a showcase on this next fight to be able to get that call. Yeah. I really want that call after this one.
Well, it was like if you beat this guy, you might get a contender series fight. Makes a lot of sense or something like that. Maybe a Bellator undercard or something.
Yeah.
Who's an opponent that you would love to take down right now that's in UFC?
I want Hamza or Bo Nickel, both of them, because they can't wrestle like me. They cannot wrestle like me.
Bo Nickel.
Okay.
But you go hard with the Hamza.
This kid's my favorite now.
Either of them.
Yeah,
I got something. A bitch. I love it.
I got something.
2 years in.
I got something.
What you got that they don't got? What you got that they don't got?
This mental toughness up here. They can't handle this.
No.
I dig it.
Okay. Well, where did the Mindless nickname come from?
My coach always calls me a dumbass, so no, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
I've been through a lot in life, so I try to teach like all my biddy wrestlers and all the people I train just to keep pushing regardless what it is and not really give a shit or what it is. Just keep pushing and stay mentally tough through all the obstacles. Everything is pushed at you. So I always stay mindless and don't give a shit.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. That's cool.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome,
can you talk a little bit about that? You said you went through some stuff. Was that when you were young in Baltimore?
Talk about? Yeah. When I was growing up, I was homeless a little bit. I was selling a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been selling. And I was just going down the wrong route. I was living with coaches. Me and my family didn't get along too well. In the past year, I've lost my mom and dad. They both passed away.
I'm sorry, man.
Been definitely a weird patch. And my last fight, about a month before my last fight, my dad passed away before my Lydell Pogue fight, and it was definitely a tough time. I'm still a little affected from it, but fighting and being able to be around my teammates and everything definitely have kept me with a straight head.
Yeah, you need that kind of stuff.
It is great.
You need that kind of stuff in your life, man. Like I've known so many fighters and guys who had troubled homes and didn't really do. And for your coaches to be that cool that's awesome. I love hearing those kind of stories, man.
Yeah, demolition fight.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that
it saved my life.
That's a good thing, man.
It's good to always hear when sports save people or whatever. People say the time sports save people. That's why I mean, you were in Baltimore. I have problems all the time hearing about kids who can't get into sports now because of money, because it's different than it used to be. And that's what we talk about this on the show all the time, at least me and Thomas do, because it breaks my heart. But at least you were able to find something. Was it football first?
Yeah. I had like 10 I had 10 scholarships for football before I finally said, let's do wrestling.
Nice.
Yeah, I was a middle linebacker. I also played baseball too.
Okay.
It's always weird. Do you find baseball helped you like in striking at all? Because like the movement of the hips and everything like that.
Oh yeah, when I teach like my people I train, I say, "You ever play baseball before?" They're like, "Yeah." Swing a bat, and then I say, "Throw your two the same way, pivot through everything." So
yeah,
that's the same exact way I teach all my other fighters how to throw straight.
I've noticed that just because I played hockey and that's a hip heavy sport to begin with, like I've noticed that it's easier to get into that when you have something like that where you have to use your hips a lot.
Yeah.
Rather than somebody that's never used their hips a day in their fucking life. Tim Danko, sorry, what?
No,
what?
Real, yeah.
Hey, I'm a judo wipeout, bro. I'm a hard judo wipeout. I got decent hips. They have to carry this frame.
You know, for Dylan's next fight, we're gonna have a pre-fight with y'all two in it because I'm getting sick of this talk between you two. You got one guy that's trained for 2 weeks and another guy, I'm a judo wiper. I want to see y'all put it to action.
God,
I'm too fat now, man. I'm too fat. I'm not fighting anybody. Maybe we got to get some Four Locos out so we're all revved up and drunk.
Just get over here at my training plus spot. You can have some beers in between rounds.
There you go.
They have a tap on the mat. I love it. Yeah. So where is that LFA fight? Where are those LFA fights?
They move all around. My first one was in Minnesota. My second one was in New York. I almost fought in Cali and Brazil in December, and they both the guys backed out. And I'm fighting in Minnesota in January.
Nice. And what's that date again? January what?
January 13th.
All right. Remember that, all of our chats. Yeah,
I'll be watching on the Fight Pass.
Yeah, yes. Put all your money on me. All
right, you know what? I'm going to put money on you. Like,
yeah.
Ray and I are like degenerate gamblers who haven't had a chance to be degenerate gamblers yet because we can't bet on sports in Ohio yet, but like this podcast is going to basically become a gambling podcast. I feel like we're talking about bets all the time.
And I'm poor. I can't afford to bet nothing but food stamps. So I don't take that in certain places.
It's kind of like money.
They should. You should just swipe your EBT card.
See, you said EBT card. I said
we're getting shrimp this week.
Hey guys, my phone is about to die though, and I did not bring my charger, so I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, brother.
Yeah,
we'll have you on. Right. We'll have you on again right before your fight. We'll look that up probably mid-December. I'll talk to you. We'll try for mid-December, end of the month, just so we can promote that fight again and talk a little bit more, brother.
I appreciate y'all having me so much. It was nice meeting you guys.
You're awesome, and we'll have you on again for sure.
Man.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks a lot.
Stay mindless.
Later, dude.
Stay mindless.